It was my turn, I remember. Pick a card if you need to. Tricked ya. Tricked ya again.
Is that a card? Oh, Uno.
Uno.
I win!
Yay, Mom!
Hello, my name is Abby. This is Craft Studio. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to pretend like I'm a real podcaster. I'm going to act very professional. I tried to get everything organized that I wanted to share with you so that I'm not fumbling around like I normally do. I may still fumble around, but hopefully not as bad as usual. So, the kids leave the door open and leave the dog outside. So now I have to go get her. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I wanted to share some projects that I'm working on right now. And I wanted to share some books with you. And then I have some whips that I'm working on. First, why don't I show you I had shared this in 2 videos ago, I believe. This is called the Serenity Afghan. And I love it. I really love this design. But I wanted to see how it would look with the, I think this is lilac or lavender. No, fig. I wanted to use the fig in the middle and use this other kind of white yarn. It's an ombre, so it changes color. I want to use that for the outside. So I did do that, and I made this, which I'm not so sure I like as much. I really think I like this one better. So I may just keep making these. And the pattern is out of this book, Best Love Afghans by Red Heart. Crochet with Red Heart. So there's that. That's one thing. Also, I was very, well, let me show this real quick. The flower hexagons that I've been working on, it's out of this book, and I shared this in my last video. This is A Year of Afghans, book 5, excuse me, by Leisure Arts, and it is Brilliant Contrast is the name of the Afghan. So I finished some new blocks I thought I would share with you, and I'm just using scrap yarn, whatever I decide at the moment. I haven't weaved in my ends, but I'm using, of course, different shades of brown for the outside, and then I use a kind of neutral light color to kind of help the other colors to pop out. I did make a couple of these on our trip. We were able to take a trip for our anniversary last week, just a little 3-day trip with our kids. So I did take my crochet along with me, and I was able to make some on the trip, so that was nice. But I really love this pattern, and I like playing with the different colors and just seeing what comes out. And I love using the different shades of brown. I've got really, really dark brown, and then I've got some light brown, and then I've got some more light brown. But I will say, I ended up going to Hobby Lobby, and I just got just a few things of yarn for this. I needed more of the linen, which is what I'm using as the neutral. So I did get another skein of that, and I found this brown, which I think is really pretty. I think this is cinnamon. This is the Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, so I thought that would be a nice contrast. And then I also got this super light brown. This is Toasted Almond, so I thought that was really pretty. I really like the contrast between the darks and the lights, and then you have a medium kind of in there. But this yarn is really soft, and it was on sale, I think. Oh, and I also picked up this book, Ripple Afghans. This is just a little $4 book. But it has some really fun patterns in here for Ripple Afghans. And I don't know how many, I think it has like 6 patterns. I've made one of these before and they were kind of frustrating to me, but I've seen that a lot of them are coming with charts now, which is a lot easier for me to look at a chart and figure out what to do rather than sit there and try to read the pattern back and forth, back and forth. So anyway, I'm going to try a Ripple Afghan. I also got some more polyfill because I started another doll and I was getting really low on this. I wanted to make this quick note. Some of these polyfill bags have patterns on the back of the wrapper. This one has a pattern for a donut. It has all the directions, and this is the template. One of them had an actual pattern for a doll, a sewn doll. So always check the back. Some of them are plain, some of them do not have anything on the back. But I have seen several with different patterns. I try to grab the ones that have a pattern on the back because who doesn't like a free pattern? When you're buying something you need anyway, get a free pattern. So anyway, all right, this book, I had been waiting over a year for this book to come out. And I'm just so excited. I finally got it. I finally ordered it. It came. And if you know me, if you've been watching my videos, I have her first book. This is by Sasha. And she is, she's from the Netherlands, I believe. She has beautiful patterns. She's very talented. But I especially love these rag dolls because they're very unique. They're very simple, and she has great directions. And I've even learned several tips, crochet tips, from her, and I just highly recommend her to you. She does have patterns in English and in Dutch. She's on Etsy. She has a website. She's on Instagram. And I found this book on Amazon. And this is her new one. I have made several of these rag dolls. I've made, from the first book, I made the penguin. I made this dinosaur. I made, I don't know if there's a picture on the front. I made the hedgehog, which is in this book. Actually, I have the hedgehog right here. This is the hedgehog. Isn't this cute? And I've shared this before. Hello, hello. But anyway, this is a cute little hedgehog. And she uses the Shapies, stone washed, I think it's called stone washed yarn. You do not have to use that yarn, but that's what she used. I did have some, so that's what I used, but I made this little hedgehog, and it is just so cute. I just love it. Now this was the adult one, so there is a baby. Almost all of her patterns have an adult animal and a baby animal. So you can make them, you know, regular size, or you can make them really small. But I just love her patterns, and I really do like using this yarn. I think it is a very nice yarn to work with, and if you cannot order from, you know, overseas, they do have it on, is it Love Crafts or Craftsy or something that's over here? They do have it over here too, so you can order it. But I loved this little hedgehog. And let's see, what else have I made? I gave them away, so I don't have them to show. But I did make the doll. It was a princess doll. I did not make it a princess though. I just made it a doll for my daughter. And I used a worsted weight yarn, that's why she's quite big, quite large. I used the worsted weight instead of the Shabby's, which is, I believe, a sport weight yarn, or a DK, I can't remember. But anyway, so this is the doll I made for my daughter, and so as you can see, it's flat, but yet you put the stuffing in the legs and the hands and the head. So they're kind of like a 3D, almost 3D doll. But my daughter loves this doll, and I loved her. I thought she was really cute too. For the skin tone, I used the Lion Brand skin tones. I found them at Michael's, and then I also used that for the hair as well. I did, however, have to do the hair myself. I figured, I kind of figured it out from 2 different patterns, and then kind of improvised as I went along. But anyway, it was really fun. So when I'll set her down for a minute. This book had a Dutch farm girl pattern in it, and I really wanted to try it, so I did. I have not finished it yet. I'm still working on it. But I will show you a picture of it. That is the Dutch farm girl. I think she is so cute. So I don't have all the right colors for the girl, but I did get this is the body. I got the body done. So this is her dress. It's her little shirt, little belt, and then her skirt. And I really love the detail of using the different shades of yarn, which I thought was really cool. That's something I've not done before in crocheting. And then I started her arm. Still working on that. The colors I'm using, let's see. This is Corundum Ruby, and this is Lepidolite, some kind of real dark purple, which is really pretty, and then the blue Apatite, and then for the white, this is called Moonstone. So I really like these colors. Now for her skin and her hair, I went to Stylecraft Special DK. This is the color Stone. I thought that would make a really good skin tone. And then for her hair, I'm planning to use the Mocha for her hair. Now for her clogs, I'm going to use this Instatite. It's kind of like a gold color. I thought that would look really pretty. You're supposed to use some kind of yellowish for the for her clogs, but I thought this would work pretty well. So anyway, perhaps that will have more progress on it next video. So that is that. I do have some books to share that I found at my library. Guess I can go ahead and share that. This is Colorful Hexagons to Crochet. This is a wonderful book. It has so many different designs and ideas, and it's just amazing. I love hexagons, if you didn't know that already. Hexagons are probably one of my favorite things to crochet, and I was just so I'm always looking for new patterns to try, new designs, because I'm kind of picky. I like it to look beautiful and intricate, but I like it to be easy as well. So that's kind of hard to find. But this book has a mountain of ideas, and I loved looking through it. And I will try some of these and share them with you. But if you are interested, it's just beautiful, beautiful. This is one of the ones I really liked. This is very much like the Kaleidoscope Throw, that free pattern, only it was a square, but it had the front post double crochet stitches, And this has that, but it's in a hexagon, so I really want to try that. And that's actually something I had been looking for. And it has some really pretty flowers. It has just wonderful, wonderful ideas. Has a starfish. And oh, this is another beautiful one. This is called Chocolate Strawberries. I thought that was amazing. I love their color scheme too. Sometimes the color of a project can really make you not so want to make it. But then sometimes you're like, oh, that's cool. I thought these citrus pillows were really cute. So anyway, summer fun, even though summer's almost gone. A lot like the ones I'm making now. But I thought those were really pretty. So anyway, lots of really pretty ideas. And oh, that's really pretty. And I really like flowers. So anything that has a flower in it. There's also simple grannies. There's lace hexagons. There's wheels, popcorn. But anyway, and I like how they put the different designs on each page, the page number. So there, as you can see, there's a whole mess of them. So anyway, highly recommend this book. The other book I picked up, this was called Joyful Mending. Visible Repairs for the Perfectly Imperfect Things We Love. And I found this at my library, and I'm not into mending, but when I read the description, it just seemed like a really fun book. So I wanted to see what it was about, and it is really, really cool. And she gives tips on and how-tos, full photo tutorials on how to mend socks, bags. Just really, really interesting. Very, very interesting. So I would recommend this book. The only thing that I would probably want to mend is my socks, because I do have lots and lots of crochet socks that I have made. None of them have worn a hole yet. I don't wear them except for in the winter time, and usually I only wear them in the house. I don't ever wear them. Maybe a couple times I have worn them with like my Birkenstocks out, you know, outside, but I don't normally wear them in shoes. I normally keep them for just around the house. But if they were ever to get a hole in them, I don't know that I would throw them away. I would probably want to mend them. And picture tutorial on how to mend socks. So that is very cool. But anyway, also, you know, I've made lots of toys for my daughters. Sewn toys, but also crochet toys. So if I ever wanted to mend those, if those ever got a rip or a tear or a hole in them, I could mend those. So anyway, I just like the art of preserving our handmade things. I think, you know, I think is worth it. I really do. And you want it to last a long time. It's probably going to get a hole in it, and you might want to mend it. It has some embroidery floss. It has this little case with different bobbins filled in, and let's see, it has some of her work in progress, so I thought I would share that if you're interested at all. I thought it was very pretty. So here's some of her work, and I would like to frame this, put it together and frame it, because she's a very dear friend from our church. Her and her husband are moving away, and we're going to miss them, but she just, wow. She does beautiful work. I really still want to learn how to do that. It has lots of cross-stitch fabric, some pink, various colors. Here's red, brown. Just a minute. I will help you with that. Okay. some blue. Lots of different ribbons, and which is always fun. And here's some embroidery floss. This is really cute. It's a little, it looks like a coin purse, but it's got thread, buttons, needles, and little color cards in it. This was something she was working on, which still even has the needle in it. This is really nice. She did. It has a chicken on it, so that's really cool. Can't even read. Isn't that nice? Let me see what it says. It says, welcome, sit long, talk much. Oh, it's 2 chickens. Isn't that neat? I would really, even though they're not done, I would love to frame these, you know, just as a, because she did beautiful work. I didn't even know she cross-stitched. And this is, there's a plump, fuzzy group of impeccable selections, a jolly bunch of furry friends, my teddy bear collection. I thought that was really cool. No, I did not make it. It does have some patches that need to be replaced, but I just thought this was absolutely beautiful. I love all the colors, all the different fabrics, and it is hand stitched. Isn't it gorgeous?
With me on it.
And I've never done the triangles, but it's, oh, it's just gorgeous.
You're doing great.
Yeah. And then on the back it's just a simple white, and it's got some blue binding, but it's a full-size quilt.
Yeah.
I just love these. They're just gorgeous. You know, the time it must have taken to cut these out. I don't imagine there were many rulers or templates back then. Maybe even you made your own. You just drew it on a piece of paper and used that piece of paper until it fell apart. But